Hello viewers, Late Night Retro here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Shatterhand. I hear the title of this game, and I'm thinking of this kid right here.
I don't give a shit.
Oh man, every time I see that I laugh. Dude was punching the wall over like some Call of Duty game that he played for 17 hours straight, but yeah. Shatterhand is a side-scrolling action platformer developed by Natsumi and published by Jaleco. It was released in the US in 1991. Now, I hear the name Jaleco and I'm instantly thinking bases loaded. I'm thinking of Jersey and I'm thinking of Paste knocking home runs out the park. Let's take another look at that cover. Now looking at the cover of this game, I don't think this guy's gonna go around shooting people with a pistol, you know what I'm saying? The dude has a metal hand, and it looks like he knows how to use it. Let us look further at this game, Shatterhand. Alright, before we get into the gameplay and stuff like that, we gotta find out what the story behind Shatterhand is. And it goes like this. Shatterhand is set in the year 2030. A group of military renegades known as Metal Command, led by General Gus Grover, are seeking to conquer the world by building an army of cyborg soldiers. Steve Hermann, a young police officer from the Bronx, ends up losing both his arms during a skirmish with members of Metal Command. After the incident, Hermann is offered two specially developed cybernetic arms developed by L.O.R.D. Regulatory Division, L.O.R.D, L.O.R.D, to replace the ones he lost. Hermann accepts the offer and becomes an agent codenamed Shatterhand, who is now tasked with the mission to defeat Metal Command. Now, from what I gather, the game is based off of a television series in Japan called Super Rescue Soul Brain.
Pare com isso tudo. Não roube meu ódio. O que será de mim?
Now, if you play Japan's version of this game, Takushure, you'll definitely see how it was based off the television series. You're actually like a robotic dude. In the American version, you're just like some cool dude with shades and a metal hand that goes around and punches the shit out of people. There's no cutscenes or anything throughout the game explaining anything, and that differs between the American version and the Japan version. Alright, so now me and you, we both know a lot about Shatterhand. Now let's talk about the game. From the cover, we knew we were going to be using our hands, our fists, and just punching the shit out of everything. And it's true, there's no guns or anything to pick up in Shatterhand. You do have power-ups that drop, and you can hit the power-ups to change the symbol on them. By changing the symbol and making different combinations up top, there's 3 slots, you can unlock different robotic allies to help you. They each have different powers, and some are more useful than others. To get extra lives, to get more power, and to get more health, you collect coins by killing certain enemies. Certain ones drop them. You take the coins and there's these power pads. One gives you an extra guy, one fills your health bar, and one changes the color of your vest from green to red. And doing so, you get more power, your fists do more damage, and you demolish your enemies a lot quicker. It's a neat little feature. It really makes you feel like you're earning your extra lives, your health, and your power. Now the coins, they're not hard to earn. By playing the level, you're gonna get plenty of them, to where when you get to a power pad, you should be able to afford the power up. I mean, if you can't, all I can say is, can't get enough coins to buy a power up. So that's the gist of power-ups and everything else besides navigating through the levels and kicking the ass of your enemies. And navigating through the levels, it was fun. None of the enemies are like super annoying. Everything was satisfying to kill. Coming off my last game played, Clash at Demon Head, this game was a breath of fresh air. I mean, the enemies were fun to kill, the levels were fun to navigate, and the music, it was awesome. Comparing this to my last review, God, this game's like a world ahead of Clash at Demon Head. Anyone who's a diehard Clash at Demon Head fan, I have to apologize, but looking back, it kind of sucked after, playing something like this. Really put stuff in perspective. This game kind of blew me away. Now, I mean, the Nintendo library, it's pretty big, so there's a lot of shit in it. And when you come across something like this, something that's super fun and awesome, I mean, what more can I say? You gotta go play this game. At the end of every level, too, there's a boss. Now, the bosses, they all have their own maneuvers, their mechanics. They're pretty awesome mechanics, all of them. One thing I found, though, that's disappointing is you don't really have to bother learning the mechanics of the fights if you can go into the fights with enough health. Lots of times I just got really close to a boss and just punched the shit out of him until he was dead. One of the coolest bosses that I've seen and that I fought in a Nintendo game was this guy. He was like this gravity dude. He looked like a phantom and the graphics were awesome. What he does is he throws down a beam and it changes the gravity of the room. So you'll be fighting him on the ground, he'll throw that beam down and it'll zap you up to the top. That was a lot of fun. That was cool. That was fresh. And you're gonna find too in some of the levels they do add water, ice, gravity, stuff that changes up the game and how you move, and it's refreshing. And none of it is like hindersome to the point where you're getting frustrated. This game, I mean, what more can I say? I recommend you play it. You won't be disappointed by the music or the graphics for certain, and you won't be disappointed by the gameplay. So check it out, Shatterhand. This has been Late Night Retro. Until next time.